Christopher Reeve is the Man of Steel. Richard Pryor is the computer whiz. The high-tech adventure continues with Superman 3, next on HBO.
Come on in, the water's fine.
If you think you've seen it all, wait till you see HBO's exciting supercharged movies in March. Take Stephen King's seductive bestseller.
Her name's Christine.
She's sleek, all right, but she's gearing up for vengeance. There's a demon on the loose, so watch out for Christine. From a sexy fury to a floundering, lovesick young guy, splash.
I want to meet a woman, and I want to fall in love.
Out of the clear blue it happens.
That girl is a mermaid.
Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks, John Candy, splash.
Nobody said love's perfect.
Paul Newman and Robbie Benson star as Harry and Son.
Get yourself a real job.
A hard-hat Stone Age philosophy is about to be shattered by his son's free-spirited lifestyle.
I can come unglued here. I really could.
A moving drama unfolds for both Harry and Son.
From the moment I looked upon you, I have believed in the impossible.
Then Brooke Shields races against time and finds that she's the object of a band of conniving warriors. Sahara, intrigue and adventure on a grand scale. The place, Vietnam. War is hell for two lovers on a battlefield.
Hey! I love you!
Ken Wall, Cheryl Ladd, Purple Hearts. A powerful drama explodes before your eyes.
Get out! Jump! Jump!
Then it's time for Dudley Moore to find out if his wife has gone too far.
I'll stand here.
Nastasha Kinski and Armand Assante add to the merriment of Unfaithfully Yours. A howling comedy. In wartime Berlin, a German countess falls in love with a German Jew.
You could be arrested for talking to him on the street.
She had to risk everything to love him.
I think it would be very nice if you kissed me.
HBO Premier Films presents a true story, Forbidden. Jacqueline Bisset is Nina, the Countess. Jürgen Prochnow portrays Fritz, her unlawful lover.
You must let me hide you. You must stay together.
Then a story so moving and a love so enduring that it had to be told again.
Brenton, please take me with you.
HBO Premier Films' encore presentation of a 4-part miniseries, All the Rivers Run. From the international bestseller, A Vicious Tale of Mystery and Intrigue Behind the Iron Curtain, William Hurt.
KGB killed those 3 people.
Lee Marvin.
Corruption is part of us.
Gorky Park.
You're the one that's going to pay for it.
In April, watch the all-star lineup of hits with stars like Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, Rachel Ward, Jeff Bridges, Robin Williams, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, and many more. For the best in film entertainment from around the world, stay with HBO.
I'm Carol Bradley.
And I'm Mason Adams.
Welcome to HBO Mailbox, the show that answers your questions about HBO.
Yeah, to start off, we have a letter that's not as much a question as it is a polite demand. It says, please indulge this subscriber, give me Bill Cosby himself again and as soon as possible. Signed MV, Dover, New Jersey.
HBO gets letters all the time to bring back many of our programs. As a matter of fact, Bill Cosby himself made HBO's list of top 10 attractions for 1984.
We thought that you might be interested in seeing what your other favorites were, so here they are. Going up the list, in 10th place was Silkwood.
Neil Simon's Max Dugan Returns and Eddie Murphy's 48 Hours were next.
Without a Trace made its mark at 7th, and Bill Cosby himself placed 6th.
Filling in the 5th spot was War Games, followed by Annie in 4th, and sweeping up 3rd place was Mr. Mom.
And coming in 2nd was none other than Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And finally, at the very top of the list, America's favorite leading lady, Tootsie.
If some of these are among your favorites, you'll be pleased to know that many will be returning throughout 1985. And that's because we get so many letters requesting them. In fact, Bill Cosby himself has returned this month on HBO.
Talk about popular films. Here's a letter about one of the most popular films ever. We saw Raiders of the Lost Ark and were appalled at the cuts. We expect to see uncut movies on HBO. What happened? Marjorie and Kenneth Lee, LaGrange, Georgia.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Lee, there are several reasons why sometimes what you remember seeing in the theater might be a little different from what we presented on HBO. Here's a quick true or false quiz to explain what I mean.
Only one version of a movie is released. True or false?
False. There can be several. A domestic release, a foreign version, even a release for in-flight use on airlines, all possibly different from each other.
All changes in a movie are made before any audience sees it.
False. Some films are test marketed across the country. Certain scenes may then be shortened, placed somewhere else in the film, or eliminated.
Like regular TV, HBO sometimes edits films before showing them.
False. HBO never cuts or edits any of the films we show. And it's always our policy to bring you the version of a movie that received the widest theatrical distribution.
For our last question, here's a change of pace. It was in the 1942 classic Casablanca that Humphrey Bogart said, "Play it again, Sam."
False again. Bogart never said the often misquoted line in any of his films. What he did say was, "You played it for her, you can play it for me. If she can stand it, I can. Play it." Boy, what a rotten imitation. Anyway, as you can see, our memories sometimes distort what we remember of a film.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Lee, with all this in mind, we spoke to the distributors of Raiders and were told that only one version was released to all markets, including pay TV.
Yeah, we also found out that there was no test marketing of the film in your area. So the only thing we could think of is perhaps the scenes you refer to appear in a different part of the film than what you remember. As in Casablanca, sometimes our memories do their own job of editing our favorite movies.
You know, we've been getting a lot of mail on our presentation of great films of the past. Like this one from Bob Scanlon from San Leandro, California. I really appreciate your showing the classics, uncut and with no commercial interruptions. I'd like to see more of this.
Would you like to see more classic films on HBO? That's the question we put to the viewers of Community TV of Utah in Salt Lake City. And here's what they said.
Yeah, I would. I really enjoy the old movies.
Definitely. I'm a big movie buff, so.
Heritage, I don't know.
Not really.
I wouldn't personally, no.